Every few months, you'll see some viral reel on social media, maybe Ranveer Singh dancing at an Ambani event or Shah Rukh Khan attending an Ambani birthday party. Most of Bollywood A-listers are there. Now, you would usually scroll past it thinking, of course, the Ambanis are rich and powerful, and celebrities love being around rich and powerful people. But there is more going on behind the scenes. And it has a lot to do with a production house that most people haven't really thought about. Jio Studios, which operates under Reliance's media and entertainment division, is now the single largest production house in India by revenue, catalog size, and also box office share. That is per Reliance's own FY 2026 financial results. For example, Stree 2, a Bollywood movie released in 2024, became the highest grossing Hindi film ever, 698 crore rupees. And this was before Dhurandhar came along and surpassed it. The two films in that franchise have made about 2200 crore rupees combined. And Reliance's presentation says that it is on track to be the first Hindi franchise to cross 3000 crore rupees in worldwide box office earnings. Geo Studio basically went from nothing to owning the top of Bollywood's leaderboard in literally a matter of a few years. So when Ranveer Singh shows up at an Ambani event and dances, and he's also the lead in Dhurandhar, which is a Geo Studios production, and when you see Shah Rukh Khan sitting in the front row at an Ambani function, you should know that his production house, Red Chillies, is operating in an industry that Geo is actively reshaping. So, how did Reliance pull this off? And what does it mean for everyone else in Bollywood? Welcome to Daybreak, a business podcast from the Ken. I'm your host Snigdha Sharma, and I don't chase the news cycle. Instead, every day of the week, my colleague Rachel Varghese and I will come to you with one business story that is worth understanding and worth your time. Today is Friday, the 15th of May. Most film studios in India are essentially agents. They fund projects, offer creative direction, and handle marketing and distribution. A few have expanded. For example, T Series controls a record label, XL and Bhansali have moved into music ownership, YRF has a visual effects arm. But the core business remains narrow. Geo Studio sits inside something that is fundamentally different. As we know, Jio is the largest telecom operator in India, serving around 500 million people as of late 2025. Reliance also controls news, TV, and streaming. It recently acquired storytelling IP from Sikya, Balaji Telefilms, and Disney Star. The result is a closed loop, which is content made by Jio Studio, travels through Reliance's pipes, and lands on Reliance's platforms. The most visible safety net in the system is Hotstar. The streaming platform has the first right of refusal on any Geo Studios project. A Hotstar employee actually put it quite simply to my colleague, the Ken reporter Devanjali Biswas. They said it comes down to whichever deal works best for Reliance's overall profit and loss. In practice, this has meant real flexibility. For example, Dunki, Laapataa Ladies, and Article 370 went to Netflix. Stree 2 went to Amazon Prime Video. Even Dhurandhar's first part was actually sold to Netflix, which was a very calculated move given the uncertainty around its commercial appeal before Hotstar bought the streaming rights to the second part once the franchisee success was proven. And when no rival streamer stepped up for Bheria, Hotstar took it. Competing studios do not have this cushion. Karan Johar's Dharma sold a 50% stake to Adar Poonawala's Serene Productions for 1,000 crore rupees in 2024. XL forked out 30% to Universal Music Group for 720 crore rupees. Maddock Films sold 50% to Napian Capital. And Bhansali Productions bought in 325 crores from Saregama. As Ashish Patil, the former head of MTV and YRF Youth Films, puts it, everyone is bringing in partners and capital using a risk half, profit double strategy. Jio Studios simply does not need to look outside. Add to this the distribution and marketing muscle. When Jio releases a film, ads run on the petrol pump screens, on the Jio app where people pay their phone bills, across meme pages, and through influencer networks. A filmmaker who has worked with Hotstar told my colleague Dipanjali that Dhurandhar ran full houses in Tamil theatres, uncommon even for many South blockbusters. A lot of the viral buzz around these films is actually engineered. Studios allocate specific budgets to meme pages, a spoof, a catchy dialogue, a dancing entry. For example, Akshay Khanna's entry scene and Aditya Dhar's peak detailing moments from Dhurandhar spread across the internet in a concentrated burst. An assistant director in Mumbai pointed out to Dipanjali that when something goes densely viral within a specific time window, it is usually paid for. More on this in the next segment. Jio Studios now has shown that volume diversification and backing wide experimentation can work at scale. And the industry seems to be taking notes. Ashish Patil draws a parallel to UTV in its heyday. At the turn of the century, filmmaking in India was a family business, creators investing their own money. UTV pioneered the studio model in the 2000s, producing big budget films like Rang De Basanti and Guzarish alongside experimental ones like Dev D and Udan. The math was pretty simple. Spread across 7-8 films a year, even if one underperforms, combined profits would compensate. Patil's read on Geo is basically that UTV brought films to the spreadsheet, and now Geo has injected that same concept with steroids. The influence is actually rippling outwards as well. XL has invested in an offbeat thriller like Dabba Cartel, and Dharma has backed the fabulous lives of Bollywood wives. Studios are treating streaming platforms as labs for experimenting with formats and genres to earn licensing income while reducing box office dependence. But Geo Studios has one unresolved problem, and it is identity. You see, YRF or Yashraj Studios is known for romance and its spy universe. Maddock's brand is horror comedy. Red Chilies is associated directly with Shah Rukh Khan. Geo is harder to place. Patil says that he cannot pinpoint what Geo really stands for. It is designed like everything for everyone. The studio is trying to carve out a stories from India made for the world kind of a niche, but the identity remains quite blurry. This creates a sort of a dependency. When audiences show up for a Geo Studios film, they are often showing up for an Aditya Dhar or Ranveer Singh or Amir Khan's stamp of quality. The platform itself is not the draw yet. If Arijit Singh's song is playing, as Patil points out, nobody cares whether it is on T Series or on Sony. Jio Studios has, in a short time, reshaped how Bollywood thinks about risk, scale, and also distribution. The question of whether it can build something audiences come to on its own terms, the way Disney Pixar draws attention regardless of the plot or the director, remains open. What is settled though is this: the pipes Reliance laid for telecom, news, TV, and streaming now run content through them as well. Ambani, as Patil puts it, wants to own the hands holding the phone, and Jio Studio is how he gets there.
Daybreak is produced from the newsroom of The Ken, India's first subscriber focused business news platform. What you're listening to is just a small sample of a subscriber only offerings, and a full subscription offers daily, long form feature stories, newsletters, and a whole bunch of premium podcasts. To subscribe, head to theken.com and click on the red subscribe button on the top of the website. Today's episode was hosted and produced by my colleague Snigdha Sharma and edited by Rajiv CN.